Thank you so much. She's also very curious about the concepts of heaven and hell. Can you tell her about these concepts, please?
Yeah, heaven is a place that is a very, very beautiful place that people can choose to go to at any time. It is not a distinct location. It is not a distinct um, picture. It is somewhere that each individual being creates for themselves. So, when a being is elevated to a high level of consciousness and a high vibrational state, like held, when their lower energy is cleared and they're able to experience higher level energy, they this creates a beautiful existence, a beautiful place for them within their life. And so it is not a place that you many people are taught that it's a place that you can go to when you die. You can choose a beautiful place, like you can choose whatever you want when you die. But this is not, heaven is, or this concept of heaven is not something that only happens when people die. It is something that they create for themselves and can experience at any time. And this is why it is so important to maintain a level of full light. When people are able to bring themselves into a higher vibrational state, they can experience what they are calling, or what some beings call, heaven. It's just a really, really, really great state of being, a beautiful state of being, a peaceful state of being, a state where there are not like situations cannot even bother you when beings choose to elevate themselves to that state. They are held in love and light even through very difficult circumstances that they may be experiencing. This is a choice. This is a place that beings choose to go to, and oftentimes have to help. They have to help their own situation or their own circumstances in order to reach this elevated state.
Can I ask what the difference between New Earth and heaven is?
Yes. Well, heaven as a human construct. Heaven is a label for a just for a state of consciousness. So beings can choose this level of consciousness. It just brings a beautiful peace and harmony, even when things around them aren't necessarily harmonic. New Earth is not this at all. New Earth is a solid New Earth is an actual place. This is a place that we have prepared for many, many beings to come and have experiences, and these beings choose or will choose to experience a life on New Earth. It is very, very different. It is not the same. It is not a similar concept to the concept of heaven at all. So, I mean, so beings who have chosen to be on New Earth can and will also be able to experience the same state that beings call heaven. It is just within them. It is just something that they will create for themselves. It does not change the situation of their life location or life experiences. It just is a place that she wants to say it just feels better when they're in that place and experiencing whatever it is that they're going to experience anyway.
Thank you. And without sending her to this place, if there is such a thing, can you show her what, if anything, is hell?
So, hell is also a human construct. This is a place that beings experience hardship and deep despair. So when a being is in a very, very low vibrational state, whether it is something they've accepted or whether it is from dark energy, they will experience great despair. They will experience great, great hardship. She feels the lowness of that energy. So if people were to experience a state of hell, which again is not a place, it is a concept, and it is something that the beings are able to experience. She feels very, very low energy related to that. Not heavy energy, not dark energy. It's very, very low energy. So in order to be released from the state of what people call hell, they have to rise. They have to be released from that lower energy. They have to, as she's saying, like we're showing her, like they have to like climb out, like climb above it, and be in a place, uh, in a place of higher energy. So when beings are lowered, we're giving her the concept of like elevated to heaven and lowered to a hell state. When they are lowered to this hell state, they experience things much more strongly in a negative position. So if a being that was in a state like of like a high state, as they might call like a heaven state of being, then a situation, even if it is a very hard or very harsh situation, is easy for them to experience. If a being is lowered into what they would call state of hell, they will experience the same experience in a much, much more hard and harsh and heavy way. Many human beings think that these are places, and it is not. We just want to make it very clear that these are well, the names are just human constructs, but the ability to go to these states is all within you, all within each individual being.
Thank you. So it seems like you can achieve heaven and hell on earth.
Yes, that is absolutely the case.
Thank you. And can you tell me about this current planet? Can we achieve the fifth dimension on this current planet?
Sorry to backtrack. She experienced something she wanted to make sure that she said. We were just showing her that we are so full of love and light, and you are all created in love and light, and it is, we very, very, very much want everyone to be in that high state. It is not best for beings to experience a lower level state. It makes their experiences much more difficult. So even if they're experiencing a certain thing because it is part of their growth process or growth goal in their lifetime, they can achieve that goal and learn the lessons that they need to learn from those experiences without being in low states. And we just want to send love to everyone listening, and we ask that you try to elevate to the highest state possible for you. What was your question again?
It was about if this current planet, how can we achieve or can we achieve 5D? But I realized that she actually had another question about the purpose of darkness and why is there darkness and why is there these lower states of emotions that we can find ourselves in?
There's darkness because it is part of balance. Everything is in harmony and in balance. So where there is light, there's also dark. Where there's high, there's also low.
Thank you. And so then moving to the next question. On this current planet, can we experience 5D, and if so, to what extent?
We also want to add about the darkness is that it is not in line with how you are created. So the darkness exists, but you're not created in the darkness, you are created in the light. That is why the dark is heavy. That is why the dark energy opposes what so many beings believe or feel or want to experience or want to accomplish. It has this heavy weight, this energy. It's hard for beings to remain in, and it is something that if you remain in it for longer periods of time, it becomes more acceptable to you and more comfortable to you. But that is not how you are created. You're created in light, and you are perfect high light and love, light, very, 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 very high light. And when you allow yourself to experience the darkness, it can almost deteriorate your experiences. Your life contract will still play out, whether you're experiencing the light energy or the lower energy. But we just want to be clear that this is something that should be avoided. This is something you should always try to stay in the light, in the higher light. The darkness will always be there. You cannot avoid it. But you do not have to remain in that energy. It is also energy is we're showing her almost like it binds itself together. So if you are full of light and you are with another being that is full of light and you are with another being that's full of light, that light energy gets much, much stronger. And the opposite is the same. So if you're in what you would call a dark or a dark energy or a low vibrational energy, it is the same. So if you're experiencing a low or dark energy and you're around, it's almost as if you attract more of the dark energy. The dark and the light oppose, and they also attract their likeness. We just want everyone to hear the message that you are created in light, and it is important for you to try to stay in that light. It's okay if you don't. It is not wrong and it is not bad, but it is a much, much better experience for you when you remain in the light and around the light and with the light. Regarding your question about, or can you repeat your question about 5D, please?
Yes, is it possible on this current planet to experience 5D, and if so, in what manner?
Okay. Yes, it is definitely possible to experience 5D on this planet. This happens when you are in an elevated state. So if you are able to pull through the lower vibrations that are they're heavy, so it is normal to be in a lower dimension on Earth, typically in the third dimension. But that is a lower vibrational or lower energetic dimension. So it is heavier, and it's almost like it holds you down at that level very, very, very easily. And it is okay. Most beings, life on Earth is experienced in a three-dimensional state. However, if you are able to just push a little bit past that energy, that kind of heavier, it's not very bad heavy energy, but it is a bit heavier. If you're able to push past that and elevate yourself, you will experience a much greater, more open, broad mindset. And having this mindset also opens up your ability to be able to experience things that you cannot experience in a three-dimensional mindset. So yes, you're very much able to experience a fifth dimensional mindset on Earth.
Mm-hmm. Can you experience the physical shift into 5D?
In a sense, you can. Your physical body does not actually change. Your vessel remains the same. However, the way you experience it and even see it is changed in a fifth dimensional mindset. So if you're at the third dimensional level, you will be very, very conscious of things like aches and pains, and you will feel heavier And you will be bothered by experiences that you will not notice if you're in the fifth dimensional mindset. Your body vessels will feel lighter, they will feel better, they will feel more beautiful. We are showing her the difference right now. So first she was feeling the heaviness of the three-dimensional state, and now we're showing her the feeling of the fifth dimensional state in her vessel, her body, and it is much lighter, much more comfortable feeling to her. So you will not necessarily look different to people that you say approach on the street, or but you will very much feel different, and you will even see yourself as different. Not so much like in the mirror, but your own beliefs and mindset about yourself is much more beautiful when you're in the fifth dimensional mindset.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And in terms of the new Earth, is that going to be on this planet?
No. No, this old Earth is her vessel is very, very tired. It has reached a state where she no longer wants to remain in it. So, New Earth is an entirely different new vessel that she will enter into. New Earth is not a concept as such, or trying to make it. New Earth is a place, a very, very, very distinct place that many beings will transition to. It is definitely not on old Earth, no.
Can you tell me, please, when people transition, is it going to be the majority of people transitioning on one day or a few day period? What can you tell me about the transition and the date?
We are not set, we're not stating an exact beginning, but once the shift begins, she has seen it as like a domino effect. So it is not that all of the people shifting will just immediately shift all at one time. It begins, and it is like all in succession. So she's seen it like a domino, like the first domino begins, the first domino ascends, and then the next one, the next one, next one, next one. So it is large numbers of people. It is at one time. It is not. We are not literally saying it as one being at a time. But once that begins, it is all beings will go in succession, or groups of beings even will go in succession. Yes, she's not seeing that it will start or stop once it has started, but it does not all happen at the same time.
Can you give me sort of like a window period of how long this transition period lasts for?
Well, the shift is something that, like, the big picture of the shift is something that will not be completed in a number of days. It is over a longer time period, but the ascension of great number of beings, or we shall say, like, the first set or first set of beings that will shift. This will all occur in succession over just a few days' time. She's seeing 2 to 3 days time. But that does not mean that the shift is complete. There is many components of it that will continue to occur, but we believe that when you're asking this question, you are specifically asking about the beings that will be that will ascend from this planet to New Earth. That is what we are showing her will happen in succession within approximately 2-day time.
And are you able to give us a rough percentage of the population number that will be transitioning in that 2 to 3 day time period that you just mentioned?
She's getting a sense of 65%.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And for the people that say that New Earth is on this current planet, how do they get to that conclusion?
The people who are saying that New Earth is within Old Earth are not open to the idea of transitioning to another planet. These most often, not always, but most often, are beings that are staying in a lower dimensional state. When these beings truly elevate to their higher dimensional state of being, their minds will be open to receiving the whole information that they are seeking. If they remain in the lower dimensional frame of mind, they cannot see the truths that only she wants to say reside in the higher dimensions. So they can paint a picture and imagine what New Earth will be, but unless they are able to reach the higher dimensional mind state or mindset or state of mind, that they are resting in a description or idea of New Earth that is their own construct. Once they are able to elevate, they will see the full picture of New Earth.
Or they may just discover themselves on New Earth.
Yes, there will be many, many, many beings that do not have any suspicion of a shift occurring, either in the future or as it is occurring. Many beings do wish to experience aspects of the shift that they can only experience these though if they are in an elevated state. So although they do desire to know more, they do desire to experience more, they are she wants to say locked. She sees them as like they're being held down by 3D mindset. So she's saying like before they come to experience their life on old Earth, they have decided what it is that they want to experience, and we are saying, we're showing that the majority of the people do want to be more awake to what will be happening. However, there are many, 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 many beings that will not be able to experience this. They will shift. They will shift, but they will not experience it in the way that they hope to. It'll be quite an awakening for them once they have shifted.
Thank you. In terms of the saying going back to source, what does that actually mean? Can you show her what it's like to go back to source and what that refers to?
Yes, there is two parts of this answer. So what many refer to as source is the actual source of light energy. We are showing Michelle a very clear image of this. This is something that she was able to see and experience before. The source of light energy is a very strong, a very powerful place where this light begins. So oftentimes when beings refer to source, they're referring to the source of creation, the source of light. And that is this place that we are showing her. She really wants to describe it. So this is just it's a place like it has kind of like a hole in the middle, and all of this very, very, very strong, beautiful white light is pouring out of it. She relates it to like a waterfall, very, 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 very strong waterfall of light energy, and it is so strong that all of the light so called blends together to form one big beautiful white energy stream. So that is, this location is the source of light. However, when people refer to going to source, they do not go to this place where the light begins. When beings refer to going to source, most often it is referring to going to the collection of beings that are more in line with what y'all or some people refer to as God. This God is not one being, but it is a collection of beings who are there to counsel and are there to support you in all of your life experiences and endeavors. So oftentimes when they refer to going to source, it is going to meet with this so-called council to discuss and determine either something that has happened or something that will happen or something that you would like to happen. Is that, does that answer your question?
Yes, absolutely. Can you give her a sense, please, of what, in quotation marks, God looks like?
Yes. We're showing her that it is just a group. We're showing like a group of energetic beings all around in a circle. They all work together. There's no gaps. It is all of the beings join together collectively to carry out the duties that they have to do. It is not one being. It is not a place, but it is a collective of beings. So yeah, she sees them in a just all joined together in a circle and all connected.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Are we able to call on Jesus? I would love to hear his message to humanity at the moment, and if he has a message for Michelle.
Hello. I am here.
Thank you so much. Do you have a message for humanity at the moment?
Yes. Everything is right. Everything is perfect. Everything is according to beautiful plan. This plan that is being carried out is for the benefit of all. This is this evacuation and shift off of this planet is a beautiful thing. It is not something that ever should be experienced as bad or negative or in fear. Just know that you are all held in love and everything is carried out in love. There is no harm. You will not be harmed. You are all loved deeply, and we want you to experience this loving love and comfort as we all experience a shift together. We are here with you. I am here with you. I see everything that is happening. I see when you are not trusting in this plan. Please know that I'm holding you physically, holding your energy in order to help you during this time. You are deeply, deeply loved.
Thank you so much. And how is Michelle experiencing your energy?
She is in such a place of peace. It is such a good feeling. She oftentimes experiences good energy, but it is very different. Much of the energy that she often describes as being good and high is beautiful energy, it is very light energy. This energy that she is experiencing right now is very, very deeply peaceful. It is not light and high. It is deeply so she is feeling a feeling of such overwhelmingly loving and beautiful energy that she is at almost a complete state of rest. As she is experiencing his energy, she cannot experience anything else. It is such a deep and powerful energy, a deep and powerful peace. And she feels that she is just like sunken within it, just being held within it. Very, 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 very comforting, very wonderful experience.
I'm so glad for her. Thank you. Is there any other messages before you go?
Do not fear, have no fear. I am with you and I will help you. I will be with those who want me to be with them. I am always with you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll ask you to proceed to where you belong, and with much gratitude and appreciation for all that you've done for humanity. So thank you very much, Jesus. I know you go by other names, but I'm just going to call you Jesus. I actually want to call you sweet baby Jesus, but I'm holding myself back.
She finds that funny, but she did not experience his reaction to that as funny. um, he did not.
He was not
He was not amused. She did experience as he was receding. He is very, of course, very, very beautiful, but so peaceful. So as he was receding, he was what she wants to call like almost blowing a kiss, like put his hands to his mouth and like made a, like kissed his hands and opened them outwards towards us. And she loved seeing that.
wonderful. Thank you. So now I would really appreciate calling in Archangel Lucifer, because I'd really like to understand how his job is going and how difficult it was to take on that assignment.
Yes, it is quite the assignment. It is something that I must take on. It is a duty that I am carrying out. But it does come with its heaviness. Many times I am, not times, most of the time, I am pulled to lower states than I would like. So there is a connection between people relate me with a darker energy. I am not a dark energy. I am created in light and love, as all of you are. However, I am oftentimes related to a darker energy, and this pulls me into this darker energy, which is not where I want to rest. So, as I am here to help all of you, not just beings that are in a lower vibration. I am here to help all of you. But I am oftentimes linked more closely to beings that are in a low vibrational, low energetic, or dark energy state. It is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It is just not what would be preferred. But I very much love to lift people out of the state. It is what I consider my biggest accomplishments when I can carry beings out of the low and dark energy. And that is, I would not say that is why I am here, but this is the job that I have taken on.
Thank you.
And it is fine.
Can we thank you and honor you for all the help that you've given me?
Yes, I thank you for that. I do enjoy receiving your energy. I do very much love to receive light energy, high energy. So thank you for that.
I feel like you've got the hardest job out of all the archangels.
I don't see it as harder. It is just what I'm doing. She is seeing like he is trudging through mud, like he is held in thick, heavy mud, and he has to put forth great effort to move through that heavy, 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 sticky, dense, deep mud. This is, yes, part of his duties that he is carrying out, but he does not have anything. He is doing it with love. She's not seeing any sort of negative, or what she wants to say, hatred, like that he should hate having to trudge through heaviness, deep heaviness, and carry people out of the deep heaviness, but he is not wearing it in that way at all. He is here to help, and he is doing it all in love, and she wants to say happily. He does not necessarily experience what y'all would say happiness is, but he is doing it with no ill thoughts or feelings at all. He is here. He is here with us. He is open to help us. He is very, very high. He is very, what she wants to call, positive. And is surprised to experience him in this way, but he is very high. He's very beautiful,
Yes,
very loving.
yeah, absolutely. I was surprised too when I felt him for the first time. It was lovely. That's why I feel so bad for him, even though he doesn't feel bad for himself. That so many people are confused about what he does and why. So
He is showing her that it was his contract, that that is what he chose to do. He chose to take the position that would be labeled and reduced to a much, much, much lower, a lesser human reality than what he truly is. It is a human reality that holds him oftentimes in that place, and that is okay. That is something that he accepted, or we should say signed up to do. So he does it with great diligence and love, and so you do not have to feel sorry. It is fine. It is all fine and good.
okay, thank you very much. And what are you going to do after the shift? Do you still need to be doing a role for humanity? What do you, are you? Can we connect with you on?
She's experiencing him like do like what she would call a happy dance. So she immediately saw him like raise really, really high, like really, really light. I guess as a visual experience to insinuate being lifted from the mud and from the heaviness of that lower energy. But she very much experienced him like zooming up very, very high, very, very light, and doing this happy dance because he will be released of that the dark energy that surrounds him so often on Earth, or not on Earth, due to Earth.
Fantastic. So, does he? What is he going to do apart from maybe a holiday?
She is seeing that he will very much still be with the beings on New Earth. He will not be in the same role. He will not be experienced the same way whatsoever. But he will very much be there. It'll still be part of his duties to help beings when they need help. It'll be very different, but he will continue to help, and then when he is needed and watch, we are showing her that he is watching over the beings on New Earth, and very much like he is on Old Earth. He just won't be experienced by the beings as a dark force.
And can you give Michelle, please, a sense of what your true essence looks like? Is it possible?
Yeah. She is seeing just light, so much light. It is just she will not say a she doesn't want to say a ball, but just light, like a center of light with light emerging all around it. He is very, 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 he is light. He is light. Oh, everything is created in light. She can see him at his in his truest sense as just light, 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 beautiful light.
Nice. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. Is there any final messages that you have for humanity today?
Yes, I am here with you. I am especially here with you who are held down or weighted down by the darkness. I'm here to help, and it is very, very important that you also do the work to help your state as well. You will find that the more you try, the easier it will become. And although you may be experiencing a feeling of deep despair or deep heaviness or deep darkness, you do not have to stay in those depths. I am here to help raise you out of them. You must also take the steps to help as well. If you take the steps and begin this process, you will find a very quick, you're able to quickly raise out of this deep, dark, heavy state that you're in. So it is important for you to take the first step, and you will quickly experience the state of being lifted from the darkness, lifted from the depth, lifted from the heaviness, and it will be a beautiful experience for you. This message he is sending out to everyone, even beings that are more consistently in a higher vibrational state. They do have the tendency and the ability to, what he says, sink into those depths. So this is a message for everybody to have the awareness when they feel heaviness, when they feel stuck, when they feel, she wants to say, stuck in the mud, when they feel dark, when they feel doomed, when they feel despair. They must know that that is not where they should remain, and they do not have to remain. Please take those steps, and you will find yourselves in a much, much, much more beautiful state. He is sending out, he is lifting us all up. He is, yes. She is experiencing him taking a moment to lift us all up as a collective. It is something that she is in awe of. She thinks it is very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. He is lifting us and holding us in this light. And he is doing this with so much love. She is also feeling the energy of that. And it is so powerful. So powerful. And so amazing. It's such a wonderful experience.
Thank you so much.
She wants to say that if you are ready to climb out of those depths, he has just given you what she would call a jump start. It was very, he did not have to do that collectively, and that is a gift that he has given us. So if she's saying if you are feeling in a lower place or a darker place, then this is a wonderful and beautiful time to take that step, that first step, and elevate to this place that he very, very, very much wants to hold us at.
Such a beautiful gift. It was so beautiful. I could feel that. It actually brought me to tears.
It is an overwhelmingly beautiful feeling and experience. Yes, it really is unexpected to her and overwhelming to her as well.
Yeah, it is a surprise. He's a special little archangel surprise. That's for sure. He's amazing. Okay. So we will honor him and thank him for all the love and support he's been doing to humanity. It is an incredibly mind-blowing role that he's taken on. And I think I would be a little bit bitter. So he's a much better man than I am. So I say that.
He's so laughing at that statement.
Okay. Thank you.
She is seeing him do a gesture similar. She has seen him do something similar to like sending Joe like a fist bump. So funny for her to see.
Yeah. Okay. I'm subconscious for arranging that hookup with him because I know Michelle was very apprehensive about the thought of even thinking about this archangel, let alone experiencing his amazing energy, let alone him giving us a group message, let alone him giving us a group healing. So that's crazy.
Yes, absolutely. That is, you are 100% right on with that statement. Although she was open to experience his presence, she was leery about what she would experience, and she is just amazed that now she feels so much more amazingly like light and at peace with this being that was so much labeled to her, in such a drastically different way. So it is a very, very profound thing that you have helped her experience, and there has definitely been a shift in her, her understanding and believing, but just her feeling toward this being, and it's really, really great. Really, really, really great.
I really love how she's come from such a strong religious background, and yet through listening to these sessions and having her own sessions, she has been able to embrace so much and experience so much. And I think it's been quite a tremendously healing and empowering experience for her.
Very, very much so. She just very strongly desires to know the truth. And yes, something that was, what she would say, pounded into her brain, pounded into her mind, or created a mindset and a way of thinking and a way of reacting towards this being, that was completely unnecessary. And um, she has very much used that label to used this being, to label situations that are not as beautiful as she um, would hope, or what she called evil, or what she would experience as the opposite of good or light or loving. And she wants to say that she has placed all of those things, she has placed the blame and even the creation of all of these things on him, on this being, and that is the furthest that she could have possibly experienced from a truth. So yes, it's very, very beautiful that she is now released from that, those strings. Like, she basically created these strings that were attached to him in, deep or dark or low or hard or heavy or hatred. And she has released those. Those do not belong to him. So yes, it is a wonderful experience for her to be able to experience truly what he is, and also just to be awakened to a greater truth overall. He is not evil. He is not the dark. He is not bad. He is not making people do bad. That is such a shift, and such a wonderful reality that and truth that she is now open to. So thank you.
Thank you, subconscious, for allowing her to have that experience too. I really appreciate it. How is the body going?
Great.
Fantastic. Are we able to call on now Dolores Cannon? We would love to have a conversation with her.
Hello.
Hello. I just think, Dolores, that Michelle has got so many similar traits to you in terms of just wanting to seek for the truth.
Well, she does, but this is something that is within all of you. Everyone is created in truth and light, and everyone seeks the truth and light until they almost can't anymore. Um, when beings are created, they're all similar, and it is the experiences that they go through that change this. It is also very important to note that it is outside influences that have a harming effect to the way these beings experience things and what they experience as truth, and they oftentimes become blinded to the real truth. So yes, she does she does work to experience these truths and to have these truths revealed. This is not something that is coming to her freely or easily. This is something that she seeks, and it is something that all of you should continue to seek as you did when you were created.
Yeah. But you also know how challenging it can be to seek out the truth when there is just a sea of massive disinformation out there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that was what made my experience there on Earth such a beautiful experience, because I was able to crack open the so many truths and so many realities that were not obvious, or were not placed in front of me, or were misinterpreted, misconstrued, and um, given misinformation towards. So yes, it was a yes, it was a beautiful blessing that I was able to see past these and experience so much when I was there that oftentimes many beings are not able to experience.
How did you get away with publishing such amazing books that had such phenomenal truth?
The this the truth in that is it was not me. It was a team that I was very, very, very much supported in all of my efforts. And this team of beings, not, oh, I did have a team on Earth, but I'm speaking of the team um, of higher beings that very much guided me and helped these things come to existence on Earth, physical existence on Earth, meaning in the form of books or transcripts or stories, even. Um, this was all because of the support, and they were behind me and the work that I did. And yeah, I don't I do not believe that that is would ever have occurred or been possible without these being my team. I call them my team. They are the ones that guided me the whole way.
I love that. And I'm definitely grateful. I think we're all grateful for everyone protecting you and supporting you, to be able to share this information and this technique.
Yes, and I want to express my gratitude to you as well, Joe, for maintaining this work and maintaining the truth and the power of this work. And you do this very, very naturally, very, very, very beautifully. And I I am so very pleased to continue watching you carry out this work. Thank you.
Thank you. And, you know, I always do it in honor of you. And with as much integrity as I can keep going with. And
Yeah, she did express, and sorry. The message, she was not quite done with her message, and it's not a very big part of it, but she was going to say specifically how often and how many times you you attribute, this work and to her. And although that is beautiful, that is nothing wrong with it, but she is showing that she is pointing to the team. She's showing that it is all of them. So maybe it would be more appropriate to say Dolores and her beautiful team. They are all together, working together. And yeah, Dolores doesn't necessarily like you putting the finger directly at her, in a sense. It's not bad. She is saying this with love. But it shouldn't be directed only at her. It is, she was happy to be able to carry out this, this kind of unrolling of information and the abilities of people to dig and discover and find these truths. But it was all, it was a very cool collective effort, and one that she is very, very honored to be a part of.
Yes, absolutely. I'm always grateful to all the support that we get in these sessions. So it's just nice to be able to talk to Dolores as well and just make sure she is it's okay. And I'm really curious to see how she is feeling about the information about the new earth and how it is all unraveling, exposing itself to us.
Yes, okay, she wants to tell you. Joe, yes, yes, yes. Like, attaboy, yes, this is awesome. This is perfect. And this is extremely, extremely she is so Joe. Yes, I want to express to you that it is unrolling just beautifully, just beautifully. And I want you to please continue to keep up the momentum. Bigger things are going to start unrolling and unraveling very, 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 very soon. I mean, they've started, but you will see. You will see big things starting to happen. And so, it is my wish that you do not get tired or rest in the information that you have already received, but keep going, keep digging and discovering and helping people to experience this beautiful time, this beautiful shift, these beautiful events in the way that they truly wanted to. You are doing an amazing job, and just please continue that momentum. And I am so I am in suspense. I am watching and paying very, very, very close attention to what you're doing, what you are sharing, because it is beautiful information and it is not the truths that other people are. It is not the information that other people are stating is truth. You have held yourself and your work at a very high level. You are not acceptant of anything but the truth, and that is how it should be.
Do you want to give me an inside scoop into what we're going to start seeing very, 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 very soon?
Yes, it will begin with a shift in the political state that is going on in the United States. That will very quickly, there will be a big reveal per se, and this will start in motion many things. This will change and shift energy dramatically on this planet. Not all in the best and highest way, but it will unfold, and it will all work. It will all work together the way that it needs to, but it will begin with a very big political reveal, and this will shift the energy and will do two split things. It will awaken many people to greater truth and help elevate them energetically, and it will do the opposite to many beings as well. And those are the beings that will remain on earth. They are not, they do not want to be elevated. They do not want to experience a higher dimensional state. They want to experience the unraveling and the end changes that will be occurring.
Goodness. Okay, that sounds exciting.
It is. You will get good energy from this show because you have kind of been also kind of stuck, just waiting. And this will be, it's not that you're in a bad place by any means, but you have not elevated in some time and recent times. And this will also give you the shift of energy that you need to continue your momentum upward into higher dimensional, very higher, much higher dimensional thinking and being than you even are at this time.
Well, I'm glad that it's happening soon then.
Yes, stay tuned.
Thank you. Can we send you any healing, any love? What can we do for you today, Dolores, apart from just our great gratitude for all that you've done for humanity?
I do not desire, need anything, but I do accept that with gratitude as well. And please continue to know that I am here and watching, witnessing all of this unfold with you and watching you do your beautiful work. And I am here. You do not ever hesitate to call upon me at any time for any reason if you feel the need or the desire, or if you just want to connect and say hi.
Ah, gosh, I love you. I just all designed and perfectly planned, but I still just I feel very hard done by. I don't even know if that's the right word. I just feel like humanity would be at such a better state of being if you were still alive and you were still sharing your truth and your wisdom.
Mm, thank you for that method of thinking. But the scope of my work was complete. Though as I see it, humanity would be in a much better place if similar work, not my work, because I wouldn't have been around to do it, but if similar work would have been carried out for much longer periods of time, or starting way before I ever even began to crack open these truths. This is just one of the unfortunate realities of what has happened on Earth, and people were very much pushed away and hidden from truth. And so I did what I can do, or what I could do in the time that I was there, and my work was done. Um, it just would have been a beautiful thing for Earth and for humanity if these truths were revealed um, all throughout time, and not having to be cracked open and revealed per se. These truths are truth.
Yeah.
And it is unfortunate that it did not play out that way, but it's okay as well. But thank you for the kind words.
Thank you for always having the bigger perspective and reminding me of how to approach things once again with the pure wisdom that we should approach all.
It's beautiful, beautiful, Joe. Thank you.
It's like I don't want to recede you. let's just hang out now. Let's just swap recipes. Jokes.
Well, I'm always, I'm always welcome to that too. We don't have to be serious or get into the down and dirty stuff all the time. So yeah, I'm open to that as well, Joe, of course.
Well, thank you. We must respect the vehicle, and it is getting past a normal time to have her under. So I'm sending you much gratitude, much love, and much appreciation, always and forever. Thank you, Dolores, for coming in once.
These things to you as well, Joe.
Thank you. Okay, subconscious.
I'm sorry?
How's the body going?
She is very much enjoying this. She loves it. She she could relieve herself, but it is not imminent. It's not very strong at the moment. Whichever direction you like to go is perfectly fine with her.